Hey guys, this is not a lockpicking video. But in my previous video, I mentioned that I was going to talk about this little set of screwdrivers that I have, and I'm kind of a tool geek, so bear with me. These are made by Chapman. They're made in the United States. This is an 8900. They have a couple different sets. You can see this one's labeled gunsmith drivers, and I originally bought it for gunsmithing, but I've found it useful for many, many things. At first blush, it looks just like very much like a lot of other screwdriver kits that you might come across in your travels, but it just really isn't, and I'll show you why. So first of all, you'll notice how many different size flathead screwdrivers there are. Now again, this one is sort of the gunsmith version, and guns tend to have a lot of very strangely shaped or very odd-sized flathead screwdrivers, and it's very important to use the right size screwdriver blade for the application, or you'll end up buggering the screw head. So actually this one's not in the right place, but anyhow, there's also a whole bunch of common hex sizes, Allen, and a couple of Phillips bits. If you look at this Phillips bit, this is the only number one Phillips, I think it's a number one Phillips that it comes with, and despite the black having gotten worn off, there are no ridges in this. It is not worn at all, and it has seen some pretty hard use. So the steel is good, but you know, okay, you can buy screwdrivers anywhere. That's no big deal. I want to talk about how they're designed. So let's take just one of these bits out of here. How about this one that I was working with? And let's take a closer look at it. I know you must think I'm losing my mind, but I'm on about something here. Okay, so it has these two little flanges, it has a little detent ball, and it has a knurled end. So the first part is that the knurled end allows you to use it like this. Okay, so if you have some very fine work, if you need to, get something down in a fine spot or get very light torque on something, you can just work it like that and just use finger pressure. Okay. You can put it in a handle of one of these interchangeable things like this, but it doesn't seat all the way because of the little detent. However, the property of the detent is that when you put it into, say, the handle, it snaps in there, it stays in place, and it is not magnetic. Okay, so you can even adjust how tight the detent is in there by changing that little knob there. So it's non-magnetic, which is really nice sometimes. And I guess you could always magnetize it if you wanted to. Okay, so you have this. You could use it like this. You have the handle, obviously, so if you want to get down in there and really crank on something. Let me zoom out. Whoops, let me zoom out just a little bit because I'm going to be getting into slightly larger pieces here. Okay, then, but you may say, well, that's not very long. I may need a little more reach. Okay, great. There's this part, which is like an extension. Again, it has the detent with the adjustable tension on it, and you can put that in there. Again, this also has a little knurled part here and a little knurled part here. So if you want to get it further in, this is a larger diameter, so you can get a little more force on it. Maybe you need to press down harder, right? If you want to get some more torque on it, you can put the handle on there, and it's starting to look like a normal screwdriver. Okay, that's all great. What if you really need to work on something? Well, there's this little wrench part, and it has it's ratcheted. It has one side that says in, one side that says out. So you put this in here, and that's what these little, good God, man, what is that? That's what these little tabs are for. That keeps it from sliding through, and then you can just ratchet that in. You can press down and turn it like that, but it gets better. You can put that on here, right? And if you really need to get something out or in, you can get the whole kit together like that. Okay, and let me tell you, this kind of deal and having it all fit together, you can get some really way more torque than you probably should ever apply with a tool of this size. And all of these parts are original. I've not had to replace anything. I haven't even lost any of the parts, which is actually even more amazing. Yes, my wife laughs knowingly. And of course it all fits in this nice little plastic case. And best of all, it's made in the United States, and they're not that expensive. This was, I don't know, $30 or something, 40 maybe. I don't know how much they are now, but I'd say worth the investment. Really handy, very compact, and I mean, even the little tiniest hex driver in there has not had any trauma to it, so very strong and nicely made. So if you you know, if you're in the market for some screwdrivers and you like having a nice variety of different kinds of torque that you can use, and I can't tell you how important that is, especially when you're working with fine parts, this may be something you'd like to look into. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This is Alex. Please subscribe to my channel, and as always, have fun. Please keep it legal. Cheers.